arbiter Aris Margetis, after the tweet from Alirezja, everyone wants to know what exactly happened in the tournament hall today for round 9.
Thanks, Mike. So about just over an hour into the round, we have a bit of an old building here, and so the floors are a bit creaky. The players are used to that. When most players walk around during the tournament, you don't hear them walking, you hear the creak. However, there was a certain point after about 60 minutes in when Mr. Ferrugia was in the refreshment area walking in a very limited space, like pacing. And players do that all the time. It's fine. But he had a very heavy footfall. You could hear, it sounded like boots, like it wasn't creaking. It was, I don't know what word to use. It was stompish, if you will. And so I was beginning to get a little bit concerned. I thought, well, this is too much noise. I'm wondering if this is disturbing anyone. And as I was reaching the conclusion that this is getting too loud, one of the other players, actually officially complained to me. And it was the player who was closest to where that was. And so when the player told me, as the chief arbiter, I have a few responsibilities. One of them is to protect all of the players, the tournament, the integrity of the game. And so I had to kind of make a decision here. Well, is he disturbing more than I would disturb him, let's say? So what I did at that point is I went to the refreshment area, and I didn't want to intrude on Mr. Ferrugia's space. So I kind of kept a certain distance and waited for him to kind of make eye contact with me. He did. They waited a little bit longer, and it seemed to be a welcoming, yeah, what do you want, Chief Arbiter? So I went up to him and I said, there's been a complaint about the noise you're making walking in this little area here. So a couple of suggestions, maybe you could spread your walking area. I don't know if that resonated, I don't know if that clicked the way I said it, because we're whispering to each other. I said, you spread your walking area, and I said, maybe tomorrow if you have some softer shoes, you could, consider trying those. So that's all I did. I made two suggestions. I didn't in any way give an ultimatum. I didn't in any way threaten any kind of discipline or anything like that. The two suggestions. I find that's like a great way to deal with people, is you give them ideas, and together we'll work at a compromise. So I think at that point in the game, I think that, it just kind of fluke. He was in that small area pacing, and it bothered the player.
But to be clear, he was not in time pressure. It was 1 hour into the game.
Oh, yeah. It was really early in the game. Well, by the standards of these players. And then he went away, and then he came back a few minutes later. So at this point, I don't know if he had made his next move or whatever, and he's taller than I am, but I did feel he kind of took a posture that was not comfortable. He kind of like over me kind of thing. And he said, I might file an appeal because you distracted me. And then he walked away again. And that was the end of the incident from my point of view. I just kept going, doing my work, and with my team, we just control the playing area and protect the players, protect the game. One thing I did find interesting was after this exchange, he walked more softly. So the reason I mentioned that is, he was capable of walking more softly. So when it had been brought to his attention, he did walk more softly, and that was good. The player who complained did not complain again. Nobody else complained afterwards.
Are you able to name the player that complained?
Oh, sure, Abasov, sorry.
And does it sound more like it was his style of walking than his actual choice of footwear?
I don't know. I can't